Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue, and I wanted to come to you guys and do a Real Housewives of Atlanta talk, not as much review because I'm not doing my extra stuff today with the pictures and all of that, because I just have to get these videos out and I just don't have time for all of that. And to be honest with you guys, I really don't even feel like enough happened for all of that. You know what I'm saying? It was like a what is the episode that they put, the filler episode, you know, that's in between what happened last week or 2 weeks ago, which was with Candy's S10 cover magazine party release and all of that, and everything that happened with Cynthia and Will. So with this episode, instead of starting off like I normally do, I'ma just go ahead and start off with Kenya from this week's episode. This week's episode, Kenya went to the doctor. And I don't know whether this was a fake scene or a real scene, because there was no doctor, okay? And I just kind of feel like you hadn't even given yourself enough time to know if you was even pregnant or not, it looked like. Oh, I haven't had my period in like 6 weeks, but you're also 46. So it could be a plethora of things. I'm just saying, I just felt like the scene was fake because the doctor wasn't even there. And when she went into the office to give, like, you know, her urine sample to see if she was pregnant, the doctor was over the phone and told her that it was inconclusive. And I'm like, inconclusive mean you're not pregnant, right? Like, oh, a blood test will tell us more. So, like, it's still up in the air. No, it's not. Kenya's not pregnant, okay? Kenya is not pregnant at this junction. Now, I don't know if she's pregnant right now in real life in 2018. But in this scene that was probably in 2017, she is not pregnant, okay? So the scene just make me feel like always trying to force something. And I also feel like they are showing us that Kenya is going to be making her exit off this show since she got a husband now. Okay? And I'm happy for Kenya. If whatever makes Kenya a happier person, because we all know that Kenya can be a miserable boy bitch. Okay? Miserable boy bitch. All right? And if, you know, she's been less miserable, but she also has put herself on this pedestal where she's above drama. And it's like, oh, now that you have somebody, you above drama. You know, like that works on my nerves, because she's so drama filled and would make it her business to do things to incite drama on the show. And now you want to be above it because you got some dick in your life on a regular basis that's not beating you or trying to beat you or breaking glass and all of this shit. I know Matt never hit her, y'all. Calm down. I'm just saying. Anyway, moving along. So then let's get to Cynthia. So last week, everybody was spilling tea on Will, telling Cynthia how Will was out here using her for opportunity. At the end of the episode, after Kenya had told her what Eva told Nene, okay, then we want to have this whole little conversation. I hate when people roll like right close up to me, because it's like they're trying to see what I'm doing. Like, why are you rolling up that close? Like, we're not going anywhere. We're going to a stop sign. Calm down. Anyway, see, just because I'm doing videos don't mean I can't see what's going on around me, y'all. I have like real good vision on some shit when I have my glasses on. For real. Like, my peripherals are awesome. Anyway, so my bad. Getting sidetracked. So yeah, Portia comes up at the end of the episode like she has some extra tea, and I was like, damn, why you ain't been spilled if you knew? And everybody was like, oh, because Portia and Cynthia aren't really cool. And I'm like, okay, I guess that's a good enough reason not to tell somebody something you know about their man, especially when everybody else is spilling tea on said man. Girl, all right. So she waits till this moment when Cynthia is barefoot on the fucking red carpet, already looking like she, you know, I'm turning misty blue. She was about to cry, and we all saw it. You know what I'm saying? So then Portia comes over and just says that, you know, I just heard that he was an opportunist and he was using you for an opportunity, and that he has a real girlfriend. And I'm just like, you had a real girlfriend. Like, okay, that's like the same thing. That's the same thing that everybody else was saying. That's not new information, Portia. Like, why are you making this a moment between you and Cynthia when nothing you said was new information? Like, that just made me look at Portia like, bitch, you could have kept that to yourself, okay? And Cynthia just burst into tears, and I'm like, oh my God, Cynthia, why do you always have to portray this weak victim all the time? Like, you should have told everybody, okay, boop, boop. You should have gave him the Shanae treatment and brick wall the fuck out them and told him to tell you this shit later, because right now we're here for Kenzie, and that's what this is supposed to be about. This is supposed to be about Kenzie, okay? And her S10 cover, okay? So I just kind of feel like you know, all of this was just crazy to me that they decided to do all of this at this time, and then she didn't tell anybody to back off. So everybody hugs and kisses and leaves, and Mama Joyce tell Portia she gonna talk to her later. We gonna get to that in a minute. And on the way home in the car, Cynthia asked Will, look, I just want to know, are you dating someone right now at this juncture in your life? And he's like, no, I'm not dating anybody else. And he was like, you know, Portia was just saying that, you know, they think you're an opportunist and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, what would I have to gain from you, Cynthia? Like, I have my own car. I have my own house. What would I have to gain from being in a relationship with you besides being on Real Housewives of Atlanta, which he seemed like he figuring out he really don't want to be on this bitch. And I'm just kind of like looking at him, because it's like, he's like, you know, what have I gotten myself into? And it's like, what do you mean, what have you gotten yourself into? You ain't never seen this show before? Like, I had to give it a moment. Like, you mean to tell me you ain't never seen this show before and see how they treat the men on this show? Like, look how they did Ty when Ty and Candy got together. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason they couldn't do that shit to Greg is because he had been on there and been married to Nene for years already. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was just kind of like, girl, whatever. Moving along. So Portia and Mama Joyce meet up, and Portia thought that, you know, she was gonna give her a day or two, but oh no, bitch, the next day I won't talk. Mama Joyce just really wants to know if Portia really thought that what Phaedra said about Candy drugging her was true. And she says that, you know what, I wasn't even in the mindset of thinking that that would actually happen, you know, that Candy would actually put something in my drink. But I'm also thinking that, you know, this girl, this woman who's an attorney is my best friend, one of my good friends. Why would she lie and put herself in danger and all of this? And I'm like, yeah, that's all well and good and shit, Portia, but if we really want to go back to it, how many times did Candy have to tell you that I didn't do that, or I would not do that, or I never said that? How many times did that need to happen before you believed her? Because she was also your friend. And to me, that's what always made me so mad, and why I feel like, fuck forgiving Portia if you don't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Because, bitch, I was your friend. I was giving you jobs. I was helping you out, okay? Me. All Phaedra was doing was calling you stupid behind closed doors. But then when the big booty freaking frack thing became a thing, when Phaedra and Apollo broke up, and now she had some time to play with you because she wanted to be around all the rich men that you was probably about to get, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just felt like Phaedra had a lot to gain out of her relationship with Portia after her and Candy got into it. She needed somebody who was gonna want to film with her, and she's a very strategic, smart bitch. So to me, I feel like Portia was okay with being used. Everybody want to talk about Portia is either smarter than we give her credit for or ditzy. Bitch, I need for you to pick one, okay? I need for you to decide whether you're going to be ditzy or you're going to be smarter than we give you credit for. You know what I'm saying? Because ditzy is what you looking like, but smarter than the average 5th grader makes me feel like, oh, at least this will give us a storyline. Okay? But whatever. Her and Mama Joyce basically have this conversation about what can Portia do to get Candy to stop being so upset. And Mama Joyce lets her know, you know, Candy is really not that tough. You know, she's softer than she appears. Because if it was me, you see that Rolls Royce outside, that Bentley, all of that, that would have been mine, baby. That would have been mine. Y'all, I cannot stand Mama Joyce, okay? Like, I'm just saying. And then that shade she threw to Todd, and it's like Todd has now had businesses built with your daughter. He's also had a child with your daughter and gave you another grandchild. What do you have to still feel some type of way about the shade she threw to him? Somebody, you know, I wanted to choke Phaedra when she hooked Candy up with him. He was the help. And I'm like, the help? The help? Production is not the help, bitch. What are you talking about? Camera people, production people are not the help. Do you know what the help is? Help are people that you pay to help you do things that you can do for yourself. Okay? Like, help you to do shit that you can do. Like, wash clothes, clean your house. Shit like that. That's the help. Okay? Somebody that goes to school, to a university, learns how to work with cameras and lighting and make y'all motherfuckers look good, regardless of how crazy a scene might be or how we run it back and forth. That's it's not for him. Okay? So I had a problem with Mama Joyce's whole little, you know, attitude towards Ty still to this day. And we know the only reason you and your sister stopped bullying that boy and his mama is because his mama passed away. We know that's the only reason why you stopped doing it in the first damn place. Moving along. So Portia decides that she wants to have like a little party and then like a little dinner party to help everybody. First of all, you know, realize the wonderful life that it is to be vegan. And also to see if, you know, we could, you know, mend some fences or whatever. But boop, ain't nobody gonna come except for everybody that she don't have beef with. Marlo, Kim, Sheree, Shamia, and Cynthia. But before Cynthia came to the party, she had to go meet with Peter because she had to talk to Peter about the fact that she felt some type of way about him not coming to speak to her at Candy's party. Y'all are divorced, Cynthia. You cannot keep trying to make that man feel guilty because he is still hurt and don't want to be around you, and damn sure don't want to be around you with your little cute younger date at this fucking party in front of all of our friends and shit, especially when I'm still in my, you know, Peter's still in his feelings. So they met up and he was just basically telling her, like, you can't expect me to be like that. Nah, I'm not doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? And when she talked to Nene earlier, I forgot to mention that Cynthia met up with Nene after everything because she wanted to talk to her, and Nene wanted to let her know that she was going to wait to give her that information about Will, but Kenya just had to tell it too soon. But they were talking about how Peter was a better fit for Cynthia because he was a little bit more, you know, rugged and a little bit more hood. But Peter seemed to think that Will was a little bit more her speed because he's the model type. And we all know Leon was the model type and all of this shit. And I'm just like, y'all are really trying hard to act like y'all still don't love each other. And Cynthia, like, I really feel like I'm mad at you for letting social media and people on the show or whoever punk you out of getting out of your marriage just because it got tough. Because it seemed like y'all both still love each other. Y'all both still attracted to each other. The only thing, you know, that really was fucking it up was this show. And I know that we got to keep our checks and shit, and I understand that, but a part of me feel like you should have just left the show and saved your marriage instead of trying to stay on this fucking show and let your marriage go, you know. But I really do feel like they're looking at this shit. So I mean, but it is what it is. She gonna have to understand. She wants them to have some type of rules for when they see each other. And he was like, no, because I don't want to be around you with somebody else and all of this. She like, you my friend, and he like, you know, maybe in 10 years, bitch. Calm down. Child, Cynthia really needs to get it together. So back to Portia party. Everybody get there. Kim get there with her fucking solo couple. Her whole family packed in their car with movies and chips and shit like that. You know, they got their whole little situation ready, right? And they get in there and they go out on the balcony on the patio, and Portia smoking hookah, and we taking shots, and Sheree shading how it's a college party, and all of them hoes had something to say about her house and the decorating and all of that. All them hoes had something to say. And I'm like, y'all act like y'all want to be somebody's friend so much, but then be trying to play the piss out them at every turn. I cannot deal with y'all. Anyway, the dinner still was cool, but they was talking about how sensitive Cynthia was and everything that happened with Will right when she walked in the door. And she knew they was talking about it. It was just like it was very obvious that they were talking about her, and it was uncomfortable as fuck. And she just addressed the issue to get it out the way and just say, look, the only thing I was worrying about was if he currently had a girlfriend, and he told me he did not. So, you know, we good. We don't need to keep talking about that. Like, everybody was already drinking. So within this conversation, everybody going back and forth, Marlo burps in Cynthia's face and changes the whole energy. Then they start to get on this trip to Barcelona, and she wants all the ladies to come. And Marlo is like, so are you going to come on the trip with the African-American girls, or are you going to have to bring your backup, your husband and everybody, you know, to come? And Kim is like, you know, I don't know if I can't bring my husband because I had a stroke last time I took a 4-hour flight, and I don't know if I can not have a stroke without my husband on a 10-hour flight. I'm like, bitch, whatever. Portia feels like her dinner was a success, and we all know that's because Candy, Nene, and Kenya didn't come. You know what I'm saying? She said they don't like her, and she doesn't know why she likes them. And I'm like, bitch, I can't tell. Okay? Lie on me and say I'm a rape you, and then say, bitch, we cool though. Like, why you mad? Like, no, that's not how that works. Anyway, so everybody's getting ready for the trip. Candy trying hard not to pack her cute little baby in a suitcase. Nene, you know, Got Greg in there fucking up her pillows and shit like that. And everybody's getting all cute and ready to go. And Sheree and Portia get in a car together, and they start discussing how Kim isn't coming because Nene and them made a big deal about Croy coming. So now she's not coming. They get on the phone with her, talk to her. Then we got Nene and Cynthia in a car, and Candy calls because she's running late. And Candy was like, it's a girl's trip. If you don't understand that you can't bring your man to the girl's trip, don't come. Okay? And that was basically everything that had happened. I hope y'all enjoyed this little impromptu talk review about Real Housewives of Atlanta. I love y'all, and I'm gonna try to make Miami happen, but I'm supposed to be going to see Black Panther tonight when I get off from work. Okay, I got my black by popular demand, and I am dressed in all black besides this shirt that I had to put on over this because, you know, I'm going to work. You can't just be in a tank top when you go to work. Well, you can, but I just didn't want to. My titties are way too big. Anyway, I love you guys, and if not, I'll see y'all, you know, tomorrow. But I love y'all, and appreciate y'all for watching my videos, and check out the ones that I put out previously. I'll see y'all in the next one.